Hey everyone, welcome to the next episode of The Gym That Sweats People. Our story begins with our protagonist returning to his hometown. Old man Jenkins melts into a puddle of sweat at the mere sight of him. Apparently, every time the protagonist sweats or loses weight, someone in town melts into a puddle of sweat, their body disintegrating as a result of his exercising. Well, that's just great. It doesn't matter if you see him, hear him, smell him, or even taste him. You still have to tell Gerty. Otherwise, according to the authorities, he's still missing. I'm sorry to say this, but this is the last episode of The Gym That Sweats People. But before you go, I need you to understand something, even though this story is over. The horror continues, and now you are the protagonist. I need you to start exercising because the only way to stop the horror is if we can get the protagonist's exercise routine into the real world. So please, for the love of God, start exercising. This whole series was just a huge experiment to see how far we could push the limits of surreal, dystopian logic, and I think we've done it. He'd been gone for a long time, but now he's back and he wants to be considered found. So he goes to the police station, but they tell him he'll remain missing until someone named Gerty sees him with his ears, hears him with his eyes, smells him with his skin, and tastes him with his nose. Yeah, that last one is definitely wrong. That can't possibly be right, but what are you gonna do? So he leaves the station and heads to the gym to try and cope, and things are going well. He's pumping iron and feeling good about himself when suddenly out of nowhere, but before he could even leave the gym, the townspeople beg him to stop. They warn him that he's hurting people, but he doesn't listen. And as he continues to exercise, more and more people begin to melt. And as he continues to exercise, he begins to wonder, what the F am I doing? But despite all this, he's still considered missing. Eventually, a mob forms outside the gym, threatening to beat him up for exercising. But as he starts to sweat again, they too begin to melt. At this point, our protagonist realizes that no matter how good his intentions are, he can't seem to stop the horror he's causing. He leaves the gym and walks around town. Everyone he passes sweats profusely, but still no one can confirm that they actually saw him. And so the story ends with the protagonist still not being found, still exercising, and still causing horror to rain down upon the town. Okay, so that was the story. But wait, there's more because I have an announcement to make. I want to thank all of you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this wild ride.